What's up? It's your girl Janessa, and this is Find Your Wild with a Y podcast. Hey guys, I'm back. It's Janessa, and I'm not in the studio. I'm actually recording in my garage right now. I just felt called to kind of record quickly off the cuff. This is going to be a short episode, but I just really felt like I needed to speak on this. So last week we talked about, last week we talked about corporate detox, right? Leaving that hustle, the toxicity of corporate America, finding your own hustle for yourself and your family, right? And I do feel very strongly and very passionate about that. That's why I felt like that was what I wanted to speak on for my first episode. But I feel just as passionate about this. And I think when you look into your circle of friends and the people that you surround yourself with, and you want to grow as a person, right? Every entrepreneur will talk about this. You can listen to it on different podcasts from different entrepreneurs. You can read books on it. You can watch YouTubes on it. You can watch them speak on it on TV. They will all talk about the people that you surround yourself with, right? So step one, you realize you want to leave corporate America and the detox. What are you going to do? You need to find out what you're willing to hustle for. You need to find your why. What's going to make you go hard and not stop when things get really tough? But a second point that is extremely important and can absolutely be detrimental to your growth as a human, as a business owner, however you want to look at it, we'll kind of look at different scenarios. But having your circle of friends is so epically important, right? And what do I mean by this? Say that you want to go on this health journey, right? You just are trying to heal your body inside. You want to lose some weight. You want to feel stronger, but your friend group just loves to drink, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's what they want to do. That's what you've been doing for years. Sorry, I have this hair floating around on my face from my dog. Okay. Anyways, I'm back. So you want to go on this journey, right? You want to heal, you want to feel good, you want to just be your best self. That friend group isn't going to be all that supportive, right? Because they want to party and drink. Now you kind of look like a dud to them. You look like you're not really wanting to have fun. There's a lot of people that I know that can have a lot of fun, that are so much fun without drinking. But this is just an example, right? So you need to surround yourself with people that have done this already, that are where you want to be. So find them at the gym. Maybe it's a neighbor. Maybe it's a friend, one of your kids' parents, and they are into fitness and wellness, and they go to yoga, or they do bodybuilding, or they, take care of themselves like you want to. Surround yourself with people who are pouring into your cup the way that you want to grow, rather than taking away from or minimizing the direction you want to grow. Because the people that are drinking and partying all the time aren't going to support your growth of going to the gym, eating healthy, filling your body with things that fuel you rather than things that are toxic for you. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not trying to say don't go drink, because that's part of life, right? A lot of people enjoy that. I'm just giving this as an example. So you want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who are going to fill your cup, not drain from it. Another example would be like business owners. Say all of your friends work for corporate America. No one owns a business that you know. They're gonna question all of the decisions that you make. Like, why are you gonna leave the secure life of corporate America, which we all know is bullshit, right? But it's this false security. Why are you gonna give up your 401k? Why would you give up your health benefits? Why would you do something like that? Talk to the business owners, talk to the people that are leaps and bounds ahead of where you are and where you want to be. Surround yourself with those people, because that's the mindset that you need to have to grow, not the suppression mindset of let's stay in corporate America and feel safe. Again, I'm doing air quotes, you can't see me, but feel safe because that's what makes them feel good. Why would they want you to now go and do something that's different because some people will be envious of that, right? They want to do that. They don't have the balls to do it. They're too scared to jump. They want to watch you fail and come back, or watch you succeed, and then they might say, "Oh, okay. Now I feel like I can do it. I've seen her or him succeed. Now I can follow." But those people aren't going to be the ones that help build you up and lift you up. So surround yourself with good, solid people. You need a strong crew, whatever direction you want to go. So I just really, really, really wanted to harp on this. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you have people that are from your past, you've known for so long, right? So you feel like you have a connection, like you owe them that friendship. You guys have been friends since you were 4, and you don't know why you can't not be friends with them. Maybe just take a step back. Maybe just minimize the amount of time that you're around them. Um, the same thing could be true with family, right? Sometimes you just need to minimize the amount of time that you're around certain people. Maybe they're not filling up your cup. Maybe they pull you down. Maybe they don't support your growth. So you change the conversation, talk about flowers. I don't know. Talk about vacations that you're going to go on, or um, I don't know, plants that you're planting in your garden, not things that they don't understand, because you don't want people constantly giving you negative feedback. Then you start questioning yourself, right? Again, whether it's working out, whether it's growing a business, and then in general life, right? You want to make sure that you are surrounded by people who really, truly want to be something bigger and better. We're not spending our time talking shit about everybody around us. We're spending our time talking about what we want to do, the plans that we have for our family, the vacations that we want to go on, the dream home that we want to build. What do we want that to look like? You want people that are going to dream with you, that are going to support you, even when you fail. Like, look, you fell down, you made a mistake. What did you learn from that? Because this is going to continue to happen no matter how fucking big you get. Irregardless of the size, you're going to continue to fall down and make mistakes. And you got to learn from them. If you aren't making mistakes, you're not doing shit. You're staying safe, and that's not going to grow you into anything. You're going to stay stagnant. You're going to be where you want to be, not necessarily where you want to be. You're going to be where you feel safe. Some people want to live their life like that. That's okay. That's what makes this world go round. We're all different, right? You don't need to surround yourself with people who only believe the same thing as you. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with politics, right? It never used to be so polarizing, but it's fun to have dynamic conversations with people. It's fun to hear other people's perspective, but make sure that your daily lives, the people that you're constantly surrounding yourself with, are people that are like-minded in the sense of growth. It doesn't have to be like-minded in the sense of everything else, but just growth, right? You want to raise good humans. You want more for your life. You want to provide your family with X, Y, and Z, whatever that might look like. What you put into your head is the work that you're going to get out. And again, it's the surrounding people around you. All entrepreneurs will tell you the same thing. The people at the top don't have a massive amount of friends. They have very small groups of people who they run ideas by sometimes, who they run failures through sometimes, who they set visions with sometimes. These are the people that you want to surround yourself with. Stop hanging on to people from the past. Stop hanging on to people because they're friends with your kids. Don't let what you think people may think of you because you're walking away from a friendship, or you're just taking a break from it, or you're minimizing the time that you're with certain people. Because if you want to grow and they aren't the people to grow with you, you need to take a break. You're never going to get where you want to be if you have weights and chains of people's ideas and false beliefs hanging from your feet. People will have their own views and visions of things based on their own experiences through life, right? And that should not be impacting the direction that you go. That should not be impacting who you want to be, what you want to bring to the table with your family. You focus on you and where you want to go. Find the people that help you grow, nurture those relationships, grow, fail, learn from your failures, continue to grow. And I will say this is very true in your normal everyday life. So we talked about your health journey, right? If you want what that would look like. We talk about business, what that would look like. You can't have big conversations with small minded people because they don't understand. They don't see the vision. They never have. They never will unless they're ready to see it. People like that will give you all the reasons not to start whatever it is that you want to do. Again, whether it's health or business, um, it's like being in a toxic relationship. If you constantly hear that feedback from these people who have never done what you want to do, but they want to give you advice on it, you're never going to grow. You're never going to be that person. And what if you do find those people who are where you want to be and you allow them to fill up your mind and give you guidance and growth? And again, everybody has their setbacks. So just learn as you grow. So we talk about, like I said, health and business. And now friendships just in general. We've all had friendships that were toxic. We've all had friends that we've hung on to because of time, right? You feel like time is what dictates sometimes. Oh, that's my best friend. We've been best friends since we were 4 years old. Meanwhile, you guys have completely grown apart, right? You One's married with kids, the other one's not married, doesn't have any kids, doesn't know anything about, marriage or kids, wants to do all kinds of different things. You guys are just on different paths now at this point. That there's nothing wrong with that. That's just kind of what happens in life. Things change, people change. Um, you grow and some people don't. That is just the transition of life. And it's important to understand that again, as you grow, things will change, people will change. So you have friends based on time. That's okay. They could still be in your life. You have new groups of friends that you may meet from your kids, right? And that is fun. Your kids hang out with them, you hang out with them. But just keep in mind, we are all trying to be, let me take a step back. We would hope that everybody is just trying to be a good human and raise good humans. If you have kids, people are going to try to pull you down. Again, if they're scared to do something, they're probably going to give you all the reasons why you shouldn't do it, why they wouldn't do it, why it would be a bad decision. And that people are going to do the same thing, right? So if you have friends and you're in your friend group and you meet another friend who's done all kinds of really cool things and they're growing a business, that old friend may say, "Hey, look, I don't know, that's crazy. That person's crazy. They do all kinds of crazy things. Like you could never make that happen, yada, yada, yada." Again, small mindset. Stay away from that. If that's the direction you want to go, follow that. If you are hanging out with friends who you've met through your kids, right? And they are constantly just talking shit about other people, that is a gigantic red flag. I mean, probably red flag of all the red flags. If you just spend your time talking shit about other people, what is the benefit of that? That is not a rhetorical question. If I had you guys sitting here, I would ask that directly to you. What would be the purpose and intention of talking shit about people all the time? If you sit down with a friend group and all you do is talk shit about everybody else, what is the purpose of that? You are just spinning in this negative cyclone of shit. There is zero purposeful outcome in that conversation. Zero. It makes you feel good to bring people down, to bring other people down. That's concerning. You might want to reassess your whole friend group. there is nothing positive that's coming out of that. People think they feel good. Oh, yeah, I'm going to talk shit about this person because it makes me feel good. But you don't know that person. Why would you engage in talking shit about people that you don't even know? And again, what is the purpose of that? What would be the purpose of talking shit about someone? There is none. It just makes you feel good. It makes you feel better, or the person talking shit. So please make sure that when you are moving with intention and you are trying to be more intentional with your life and the decisions that you're making in your life, please, please, please reassess your friend group. Make sure that the people you are surrounding with yourself with are on the same path as you, mentally, physically, financially. It doesn't have to be all of those, right? We might have different friends in different pockets for certain things, right? I might have friends who are more into the physical world, and that's who I'm going to talk to about my physical journey. I might have friends who are more into like the holistic healing space, and I'm going to talk to them more about internally healing, right? Which, if you don't know, physical and internal, a lot of that is truly the same thing. They should go hand in hand, but you may have two different friends or friend groups for that. Business, you might have a whole new friend group for that. But just be cognizant of where your time is being spent and who it's being spent with and why you're spending time with these people. What do you feel like when you leave them? If you sit down with a group of friends and all you do is talk shit about people and you leave, how do you feel after you're done? What do you feel like you walked away with? I have grown into a friend group that are almost all business owners, which is, I am like the friend that really isn't giving much because I'm just starting my business journey, right? So I'm learning so much from them. But we sit down and we talk about business. We talk about goals. We talk about different beautiful vacations that we want to go on. We talk about visions, like what is the vision for my business? What is the vision for their business? I have friends that are in business and they're transitioning to something completely different. It's so powerful to surround yourself with people, again, who are like-minded in the growth that you want to do. I have friends in the health and physical wellness space, and just exchanging ideas, sharing growth, little wins on, like, inches that have been lost, the way you've been kind of eating, how you've been feeling when you've been changing those eating patterns. That, again, is very empowering. You walk away with like, oh my gosh, I just feel so amped up and excited. When you're failing in that area, those people you can lean on, like, fuck, I just totally dropped off. I haven't been drinking. Drinking makes me feel like shit, but I was hanging out with my friends and we were kind of all in the moment, just really enjoying ourselves. And I just, I was eating like shit. I feel like shit. You have those people that are like, hey, look, we all make mistakes. We're all human. That's okay. You just get back up, do it again, start over again. Sometimes you just have to start over, like wipe the slate clean, start over, continue to grow up and be better at what you're doing. And then people lean on you for certain things, right? People may lean on you for motivation. People may be inspired by what you're doing. And that's your job as a friend, is to lift people up. I cannot stand surface level conversations. They are exhausting to me. And this is just me personally. Some people are fine with surface level conversations. I just don't do that. I never did that with my customers either. And I feel like in order to help people when I was an account executive, I just need to know about people and their lives, what their passions are, what they love. Then I can help people grow in the direction that they really are basically being called to. Sometimes it's hard to see what you're really good at. And I'm speaking for myself too. Sometimes it's really hard to see where your strengths lie because maybe it's different than what you want to do. But you're really strong in one area and you're feeling called to do, um, you know, something else, but your strength doesn't lie in that. So sometimes it's good to have people help you bridge that gap, and maybe you can somehow combine both of those things. Um, so I kind of went on a rant. I did not have any script, and I just felt really called. The past couple of years have been very eye-opening for my own personal journey. I spoke previously about losing my dad, and then I did not speak about my older sister who was just killed this year in March. It was a hit and run, and then my own health journey with losing my hair. And I feel like, every time you go through something like that, you should learn from it, right? But you grow, and some people grow a little and some people grow a lot, and some people really struggle to see any growth. It's almost like they spiral down in the opposite direction. So I would say we grow, but that is not truly the case for everybody, unfortunately. You have to be willing to see that for what it is. People pass away all the time. Unfortunately, as shitty as that is, we lose people. We lose the people that we love. And I always say, and I told my mom this, there's a reason for everything. And it's hard to see that sometimes when you're in the moment, but you just have to believe that that is a learning experience and that we're all meant to experience that for what it is, learn from that, share and grow with other people, and hopefully become a better person. Um, I have lost a lot of people in my life, friends prior to drugs, alcohol, suicide, all kinds of things. You name it, been there, done that. I will share my story later on down the line, but I have known all walks of life, and I have learned through all of that, right? I think as you get older, hopefully you choose to learn and grow more from these tragedies. Um, and it could be even something like me losing my hair. It's not a tragedy. That is absolutely not a tragedy. But it was what I would say like a traumatic event. You're a 40-year-old woman and you're losing your hair. That is somewhat traumatizing. So you learn from that. You take little pieces from that, like, okay, what can I do? I am still human. I'm still healthy. I still have a functioning family, a happy family. They're all healthy. The world moves on, right? People die. The world continues to move on. As shitty as that is, that's the world that we live in. You continue to live. People continue to live their lives around that tragedy. Again, hopefully we grow, hopefully we move forward, hopefully we become better. And it's the same thing with traumatic situations. And you look at like athletes, all-star athletes. So many, if you haven't watched on ESPN, the 30 for 30s, where they interview and they basically go into certain athletes' lives and from childhood to adulthood, and they dissect it and they pick it apart and they share their story. So many of these athletes have come from nothing and really, really, really struggled, but that's what they used to drive themselves into the situation where they're in now, right? They grew, they continued to grow, and they used those traumas to fuel their lives. And again, you grow and your friendships grow. Your friendships change. Your circle changes. The more you grow, the more you may outgrow old friends because unfortunately they're just not in the same space as you. And that's okay. That doesn't mean you hate them, doesn't mean you don't like them. It just means that you're growing in a different direction. So be confident in that and know how important it is to surround yourself with people who are growing and are going to allow you to grow, are going to help you grow, are going to help you fail forward, not pull you backwards. I cannot reiterate enough times Do not surround yourself with people that sit around and just talk shit about everybody else. You want to surround yourself with people who are talking about growing. I'm going to say it one more time. Don't surround yourself with people who are constantly talking shit. Surround yourself with people who are growing. And that is kind of where I'll leave you. I want everybody just to kind of think about that. And if there's something you can take away from it, take it away. You will not find an entrepreneur that will tell you something different though. Your circle matters almost more than anything else, because when you fall down, those are the people that you lean on. And again, if you're filling yourself with toxic poison, you're just drowning. If you are healing yourself and you are filling yourself with positive growth mindset, you are going to continue to grow. So think of it like putting weed killer on this beautiful plant. If you're going to spray it with weed killer, that thing's going to fucking die. If you're going to give it Miracle Grow, which I don't agree with, don't do that. That's also toxic in a different sense. But if you are going to nurture and take care of those plants with love, with the correct food, with water, those are going to blossom and grow beautifully. So just think of your friend group like that. If you feel drained or you feel like, oh, we just sat around and talked shit about everybody in our neighborhood or our friend group or people that we know, that's all we do, you need to reassess your situation, take a step back. If you're intentional about growing, these are the people that you don't want to be around. Surround yourself with people that are like-minded in the growth mindset. Otherwise, girl, you ain't going nowhere. You're going to be stuck, stagnant. You're going to be trying to leave your corporate job. You got all these toxic people around you. You are going to be stuck, like stuck in mud. So get up, get your mind right, get yourself surrounded by people who are in ahead of you in your journey, who are in your journey right now, and lean on them. So many people are willing to help. So many people are willing to be your mentor. You just got to ask. You just have to surround yourself with those people and ask, hey, can I please pick your brain? Can you tell me about the things that you wish you wouldn't have done? Can you tell me about the things you wish you would have done? What would you have done differently? Ask the hard questions so that you can kind of avoid making the same mistakes. And if you do, then you have a conversation about it. What'd you do to get out of this, right? But reassess your situation, reassess your friend group, stay away from toxic people. They only want to bring you down to their level and they want you to stay at their level. They don't want to see you grow. So just remember that. Surround yourself with good vibes. You're bound to succeed. Stay focused, stay the course, go get them. As always, thank you so much for your time, because at the end of the day, that's the most important currency we have. I hope you took something away from today's episode. Don't forget to follow me at Find Your Wild with a Y on all your socials, as well as following the podcast on any of the platforms that you listen to. And most importantly, I hope you're one step closer to finding your wild.